When police officers prioritize reinforcing feelings over upholding laws and walk away with impunity, we as a society risk drifting toward what feels like authoritarian government. Under the Constitution and each state's legal codes, officers are sworn to protect and serve. Yet, in the two incidents we'll discuss today, we find teaching moments for the average citizen on how to recognize and push back against authoritarian policing. The first incident took place in Missouri, where Corporal Trooper White of the Missouri State Highway Patrol decided to pull over a driver named VK Grimes for one reason and one reason only, because Grimes flipped him off. Now, let's be clear, flipping off an officer may not be polite, but it's absolutely protected speech under the First Amendment.
Howdy.
Hi.
I'm Trooper White, State Patrol.
Cool.
I was just curious, any reason why you keep randomly flipping people off?
Oh, it's my freedom of speech,
Okay.
right?
It is.
Yeah. So is there a reason you pull me over for that? Because that's against the law. You shouldn't pull me over for that.
Okay.
You shouldn't pull anyone over for that.
So were you, I wasn't for sure if you were giving the finger or signaling.
Oh,
Either way,
yeah.
it was
You
wrong
knew I
signal.
was flipping you off because you asked why. So why ask if I'm signaling now?
All right.
But you could do whatever you
Yeah,
need.
we're both on camera.
Yeah, okay. But does
All
your
right.
camera know that you pulled me over for a constitutionally protected activity? Trooper
it's
White?
also an
What's your
aggressive-
badge number, Trooper White?
I'll give you my business card.
Good. Hell yeah.
Courts across the country, including the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals, which covers Missouri, have ruled that a middle finger directed at law enforcement is not a crime, nor is it probable cause for a traffic stop. In fact, under both the Fourth Amendment and case law like Terry versus Ohio and Delaware versus Prowse, an officer needs reasonable suspicion of a crime or traffic violation before initiating a stop. While Missouri Revised Statute Section 544.216 gives officers the power to arrest without a warrant in certain cases, it does not authorize detentions based solely on constitutionally protected speech. Also, under Missouri Revised Statute Section 575.150 for resisting or interfering with arrests, the stop itself has to be lawful in the first place. Here, Trooper White openly admits that the stop was about Grimes' gesture, which is a constitutionally protected activity, making this an unlawful detention from the very beginning. What's concerning is that instead of recognizing the mistake, the trooper tries to justify the stop by suggesting he wasn't sure if it was a signal or an obscene gesture, but then immediately admits he pulled over to ask about the middle finger. That contradiction alone shows he knew exactly what he was doing. The bigger problem is this: when officers use their authority to retaliate against speech they don't like, they cross into First Amendment retaliation territory, which opens the door to civil rights lawsuits under civil action for deprivation of rights.
All right, there you go.
Thanks, Trooper.
All right. So, most of the time that's usually
You
perceived
can't
as an
pull me
aggressive-
over for something
as-
like that,
as
though,
an
right?
Aggressive.
You can't pull.
man.
Okay.
Man,
No,
so-
you can't.
So,
No,
any
you
questions?
can't. It's freedom of speech.
Any questions?
You cannot pull me over for that.
Do you have any questions? No? All right.
Do
Have a
you
safe night.
do you know the laws?
I do know the
Then
law.
you know I have a First Amendment right, right?
Yes, you
And
do.
that falls under that, correct?
12:02 to Springfield. I'll be backing around for the other call. So, I got another call
So
to take
so
care
you
of.
could arrest me for that.
Have a good night.
Jackass. Stupid fuck.
In the end, VK Grimes stood his ground, reminded the trooper of his rights, and walked away without a ticket or arrest. But it leaves a bigger question. If this is how a corporal in the highway patrol behaves, how many unlawful stops are happening to people who don't know their rights? What do you think? Was this just an overreach by an officer with thin skin, or a serious constitutional violation that deserves accountability? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Tell me what to do.
Back up.
I'm backed up.
You got your hand in your pocket.
Yeah, so?
Take your hand out of your pocket.
There's no law against that.
Take your hand out of your pocket.
No law
Put your
against
hand behind
that.
your back. You're under arrest.
For what?
Obstructing. Take your hand up.
This incident takes place in Great Falls, Montana, where a man named Donald McHenrick was standing on a public sidewalk filming Great Falls Police Department officers as they worked a scene, well within his First Amendment rights to record public officials in the course of their duties. Enter Officer Garner, who didn't appreciate the camera and immediately told Donald to back up, despite there being no crime scene tape, no restricted area, and no actual interference with police duties.
Where's the crime scene tape? I don't need to back up. There's no law saying that I can't be close to you guys. None. And I'm far enough away from that squad car.
You're hindering our ability because nope.
Hindering what ability?
Because we can't work while we have to pay attention to you.
Don't pay attention to me.
I don't.
I'm not talking to you guys one bit. I don't give a shit. I'm on public sidewalk. I am not interfering with your guys' business. Stay out of mine.
You're obstructed.
I am not. I haven't said one fucking word to you guys. Not one.
We gotta pay attention to them.
Pay attention to them, not me.
Back up.
I'm backing up 10 feet. That's it. I ain't backing up no further.
I just asked you to back up so
I
these
did.
guys can work.
I did back up. I ain't backing up no further.
Okay. I don't know what jollies you get out of recording.
You know what?
But the fact is,
Don't pay attention to me. Pay attention to your fucking job.
I don't know you.
I don't care.
I don't.
What
know
is your name and badge number?
259 Garner.
Good.
So I'm recording too.
Go work.
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to do.
Back up.
I'm backed up.
You got your hand in your pocket.
Yeah, so?
Take your hand out of your pocket.
There's no law against that.
Take your hand out of your pocket.
No law
Put your
against
hand
that.
behind your back. You're under arrest.
For what?
Obstructing. Take your hand up.
Donald was already at a reasonable distance, observing quietly when Garner escalated the situation, placing his hand on his firearm in a threatening manner, as if suggesting deadly force over a camera, and then arresting Donald for obstruction. Here's where the legal context matters. Montana Code Annotated Section 45-7-302 defines obstruction as knowingly impeding or hindering a public servant's lawful duties, but courts have repeatedly held that passive recording from a lawful public vantage point does not qualify as obstruction. In fact, the Ninth Circuit has recognized a clear First Amendment right to record police in public, and threatening arrest, or worse, threatening violence, because of that is a blatant abuse of power. Garner claimed that simply having to pay attention to Donald was interfering, but that argument collapses because citizens cannot be arrested just for making officers uncomfortable. The law demands actual material interference, not imagined distractions. What makes this worse is the intimidation factor. An officer putting his hand on his gun sends a chilling message: stop recording or else. Ultimately, Donald was arrested under an unlawful pretext, which raises serious civil rights concerns under both the First and Fourth Amendments. And that leaves us with the bigger takeaway. When officers use vague statutes like obstruction to silence accountability, it undermines public trust and erodes constitutional protections.